Hey, everybody. It's day number 6 of the Bhangology Cannabis Awareness Month Summit. Oh my God. Let me tell you, it has been a very interesting 24 hours. I promise you it's been an interesting 24 hours. But we are going to do it. So, who am I? I'm Dr. Tanya Lowe. I'm the CEO and founder of the Renewing Extract Wellness and Bhangology. And it's my anniversary. Hey, Darlene. Thanks. Welcome to the party. It's my anniversary. Got into this cannabis industry a year ago, kind of on a, hey, I think I can do this. That's not actually what I said. I said something else. But and here we are, a year later. I know more than I thought I'd ever know in a year. I have been stretched. My capacity for knowledge has been stretched. Hey, Dr. Dana, thanks for joining. And I am here with you guys to celebrate this 1 year. So I share that brief story with you to say you can do whatever it is you want to do. You can become whatever you want to become. And it's okay to try something new and step out of your comfort zone and do it. So tonight is going to be smelling me a little essential oil tonight. Tonight is going to be a little different. So our original speaker had a death in her family, and our backup speaker is traveling and trying to get to where she can jump online. So y'all stuck with me for a little bit, and I don't think that's too bad. What do you think, Dr. Dana? I think that's pretty good. So while we are hanging out, guess what today is? Not only is it day 6, but we're also opening the membership. So you heard Dr. Dana talk about the membership a couple of nights ago. And, I want to tell you guys, when I started Bhangology initially was just an opportunity to educate people about cannabis. My story was, I struggled with sciatica, with sciatica, and people would always tell me, take the oil. And no one ever tried to educate me about what the oil was. And so my typical response was, I don't do drugs. And it wasn't until, oh my God, let's see, maybe 4 years ago, I was at a 420 golf tournament. Didn't know what 420 was. I just know that it was on April 20th. It was golf. I like golf and I love free golf. And so I went and I played golf in the rain. But the beauty about that particular golf tournament was there were people there. Georgia had just passed their bill on the hemp law. Hi, Alicia. Alicia's trying to win this thing, y'all. Georgia just passed their bill. And so there were doctors there, there were booths there. And that's where I really got to understand what hemp was, what CBD was. I had no idea. And so it was probably the latter part of that year when I tried my first a salve, right? Like it's very similar to our hero product. And I was traveling, I was in California, and I thought, oh my God, does this work because I wanted to work, or does it work because like it really works? I didn't know, but I didn't care either because the pain had gone away. And I thought, okay, there's something to this. And then I decided I wanted to try the oil, and I ordered some on Amazon, and it made me sick. I didn't know it made me sick, and I was taking it in my tea, and just all of a sudden I started having these really weird symptoms all at the same time, and I went to my doctor. My doctor sent me to another doctor. Like they really thought I had some issues going on. And so I stopped taking that particular tincture. And when I got to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, I don't think it's this, what else is going on? And I was so ashamed. I'm going to say that I was ashamed to say that, well, I've been trying this CBD oil. Well, for my benefit, I finally said, this is what I've been doing, but I stopped and I haven't had any of these symptoms since. And the doctor was like, oh, he said, I'm all for CBD. I have fibromyalgia patients and lupus patients and, all patients that take CBD. And he said, but the thing about it is you can't get it. You've got to be careful about where you get it from. You got to get it. You can't just get it online. I didn't even tell him I got it online. And so I don't think I used anything for a minute. And then and I started kind of looking in the industry, right? Kind of started exploring the industry. And I was attending a workshop. I was getting ready to relaunch my leadership membership because, my day business, I do professional development with companies. Hey, Nat Milton, welcome. Absolutely. Never on Amazon or the gas station. And I was so intrigued. But I'm just going to tell you guys the story, right? So, because we're family now. We've been hanging out for 7 days, right? And so I was so intrigued by all of the membership, because it was a membership training. I was so intrigued by all of the memberships, different types of memberships that people were launching. And so the trainer told everybody, put in the chat, what kind of membership are you launching? And people were like, I'm launching a dog walking membership. I'm launching a crayon coloring membership. I'm launching like all kinds of really different types of things, right? And I sat there and I was looking at the chat and what I said to myself was, I want a bullshit project. And not disrespect to those businesses that their businesses were bullshit, but that what I do is so heady, right? And that people buy what they want. They don't necessarily buy what they need until it's too late. And I remember going back into a mastermind group and I told them about the experience and they were laughing at me. They were laughing. They were like, a bullshit project. I was like, yes, I'm working too hard. I need a break. We're in the pandemic. I want to do this CBD thing. There's something here. And when I've learned so much, and there are people that need to know and they don't know. They have the same mindset that I had about cannabis and CBD. And so it started out right after I got off that call, guys. 8 hours later, Bhangology was born. Right? And so it started out as just education. Hey, Beverly, thanks for joining. Started out as education. Educating people on what it was, what it wasn't, quality products. And someone said, so what's going to happen once they do all this education? Then what? And I was like, And then I started doing the research on products. And I don't know if you guys know this. Oh my God, yeah. And so I started doing the research on products. I was, not only were we in the pandemic last year, but I had a flood in my home and I was in a hotel and I just started ordering all of these products and talking to all of these people. And I was like, I got to start trying out products. I want the best products for this line. And then 10 hours later, Dr. Dana emailed me. She said, 10 hours later, I emailed you, let me in. We were in the same training program. And I was so excited to hear from her. And she said, I want to be a part of what you're doing, and actually became a founding member. So when we launched our founding member program, I had nothing. Everything that you're seeing tonight, all of this what you've been seeing the last few weeks, I had nothing. And I threw my pole in the water and said, hey guys, I'm getting ready to do this. I'm getting ready to launch. I'm getting ready to get into the cannabis industry. And if you want to come along with me, join as a founding member. I didn't do a fancy sales page and all of that. I was like, here's a link. And at that time, 28 people said, hey, we want to come along. We want to invest in whatever you're doing, right? I already had the relationship currency with them. And I was like astounded that all of these people signed up, right? And I'd already done my own survey. I'd done a survey because I'm a researcher. Once you get a PhD, you're researching everything. So I'd already done my own research. That's right, LaKisha. It's the most important part. And what I found out in my research was that the education piece was missing, for one. Two, people 60 and over were the new cannabis purchasers, the new purchasers of cannabis, right? And women were they were buying it more than men. And so if men were using it, it was because the woman in the household purchased it. And so everything from the national survey matched up with the survey that I did. And I said, you know what? I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep learning. I took a course and we opened it up again, and some more people came along, and we have 40 founding members, guys, 40 founding members. And so it has been so exciting. It's just been very exciting. And to see the results that people are getting from our products, and to see the results that our members are getting, the education, people who use our products are getting relief, right? Because our thing is, get relief from your sleep, pain, and anxiety. And so the study says it's people 60 and up. And so, I'm not 60 yet. I just stepped into the 50 club a year ago, but I said that we're going to target people 40 and over, because if you're 40 and over, you got some pain, you got some sleep issues. Hey, Carla, one of our founding members, you've got some sleep issues and you've got some anxiety. And so, so it has been an amazing ride. And so tonight, you have an opportunity to come along this ride with us. You have an opportunity to become a Bhangology member. We're not open up, we've got our founding members, right? But you have an opportunity to become a member. And if you have enjoyed these 6 days, right? The past 5 days, 6 days, if you've enjoyed it, if you've learned something, put I have in the chat. You've learned something over these last few days. If you've changed your mindset about cannabis over the last few days, if you, and I know there have been a couple of people who've placed some orders since we have, since we've started the summit, then if you come along this ride with us and you join us and become a member, then you'll get more of this. And so you'll get an email. If you're registered, you'll get an email. If you're not registered, then you need to go ahead and register so you can get the information about becoming a member if you are interested in becoming a member. And the question I forgot to lead with was, did you enter the sweepstakes today? So I know some of you told me that you have not been getting the emails about the sweepstakes. And so we've got some amazing things. We're going to give out our mini bank. Our bang box, right, has all of our products in it. We're not giving that away. We're going to give away a mini bang box. So if you've been to our website, Bhangology.com, you'll see all of the things that we have. And so on tomorrow night, the last night of the summit, which is going to be freaking amazing, cannabis and Christianity, but I digress. We're going to let the system pick the people. And some of you guys have been checking in every day. I look and see, and I saw Somebody had like 18 entries. Alicia, you were in the lead, but I think there's some people that are they're coming behind you, girl. So you get in there, the more you go in and you enter every day. That's like that's like oh, maybe it was somebody else then. It's like you're getting more raffle tickets, right? So it's a lot of fun. And you get to try our products, right? You get to try our products in this lottery. So let me tell you about the membership. So the membership, and for those of you who are, while I'm talking about the membership, if you're not registered, you can go ahead and register. So why do you want to become a member? So you all know the saying, membership has its privileges. Membership definitely has its privileges, right? So it is so awesome to learn in an exclusive community. You know, we had a members only event a couple of, maybe last month. When do we do the cooking with cannabis? And we don't do that on social media. We do that outside of social media. And we had so much fun. You might have heard me talk about it. And Chef Alex led us in that opportunity. And it was so much fun. So you get to learn in an exclusive environment. Members get 15% off of all products, the Bang Box, the Hero products, the gummies, right? The gummies. So members get 15% off. You get recognition in the Bang Report, our quarterly magazine. And so our quarterly magazine came out. Did you guys see the magazine? It came out this week. It came out this week. And so what we try to do is we feature our members, our founding members and our members in the magazine. And so if you become a member, we will feature you as well. So that's one of the perks. You get access to private member workshops and trainings. So if you really enjoyed this week, I'm serious, if you enjoyed this week, let us know in the chat, like how much you enjoyed it. We have monthly sessions just like this, just for members. So if you're not a member, can you still come? Yeah, it's just gonna cost you a little bit. If you are a member, it's a part of your membership, and you just get to come and learn and continue to grow. Because guess what? We have only touched the surface of learning this week. If you know, this we could probably do this like every night for a month and still not have all of the information that we need, right? So I just put the link to the magazine in the hey, Jamil Richardson, Dr. Milton, thanks for joining us. I just put the link in the chats if you haven't seen it. Then there's a member portal, right? So we got a member. You got to have a member portal. So the member portal is where all of the special stuff goes, right? So some of the things that they talked about documenting your cannabis. We've got your cannabis use if you're new, a checklist on how to talk to your doctor and questions to ask your doctor. We've got videos back there. We've got a whole workbook on terpenes. I think it was Michelle that talked about terpenes. There's so many terpenes and so many different strains of cannabis, both on the CBD side and the THC side, right? So you get all that when you become a member, right? So guess what else you get? I'm so excited about this. I don't know if I should tell them. I don't know. Should I tell them? I don't know. Yeah. So let me tell you, the exciting thing that we're going to roll out this year is our affiliate program. That's right. That's right. If only members who are active members get to become affiliates of Bhangology. So what that means is you will have your own link and you just send people to our website and we do all the work and you earn Bang Bucks, right? So when we roll it out, you'll get an opportunity to earn bang bucks. And then by the end of the year, you'll get an opportunity to earn some cash, some cold hard cash. But you got to be a member to do that, right? So members are the first. They're the first to try potential and new products. So many times I'll say, hey, Dr. Dana, try this product, or Dr. Natalie, here, try this product, or, there's so many opportunities for members to really jump in and not only learn, but be a part of what we're building here. Members also get an opportunity to add input. You could say, hey, Dr. Tanya, have you thought about doing XYZ? You saw several of our members this week jump in and they operated leadership roles. And if I didn't even show up, one of them could jump in and just run with this, right? Like I probably need one of y'all to come and like really run with this tonight. Help me run with this tonight. So, and then I think the most important part of being a member is you actually develop as a cannabis influencer. Something that I never thought, wow, I'm an influencer in this cannabis arena, which is growing fast. How fast? Jimmy John fast. Is growing really fast. But it's not necessarily growing as fast as it could for women of color. And so, again, the first place to start is with the education, right? And you may not want to touch the plant or products, but remember, I can't remember which speaker said this, is that you can actually look at what you do now, right? And transfer that into the cannabis industry. So it's a great place to learn. It's a great group of people. It's a great place to invest in an up and coming vision of a new cannabis business. And we have so much fun. Don't we have fun, guys? So you're gonna get an email. You're gonna have two options, and I can't go into the details of the investment because we're streaming to YouTube and we can't do that on YouTube. And actually, you're going to get the information. It's not a hard sell. Either you want to come along, or maybe you like paying full price. I don't know, but you're going to get an email if you are registered. If you just register, I'll make sure you get the information after tonight's session. You'll have two options, and you just choose one and come along and join us. So you can't have an opportunity without a bonus, right? So Chef Alex, we love Chef Alex. Chef Alex has given us a bonus. Thank you, Alicia. Chef Alex has given us a bonus, and anyone who registers this weekend. So I think today is Saturday. Anyone who registers this weekend will have an opportunity to join her Cooking with Cannabis 101 course, right? So the value of her course is invaluable. It's invaluable, but it's a once a month course on cooking with cannabis. Yeah, like I would love that. And for our existing members, you let me know if you want to join, because she's got a space for you too, but only for members. So if you enjoyed meeting Chef Alex, and you enjoyed what you learned from her, then you get that as a bonus. And I promise you, the investment to become a member is the value of the bonus is doubled. So come along. So we've talked about that. We've talked about, if you guys have any questions about membership, put it in the chat. Dana said that would be a yes. Of course, Dr. Dana would be a yes. Remember, visit our website. If you haven't visited our website, visit our website. So it's getting dark. I'm going to turn my light on. So just hold for a moment. Yes, yes, yes. It's hey, I'm back. So if you haven't visited our website, visit our website. Just this week, you will get a discount if you say, well, I think I want to try some things or whatever. We've got some awesome new products, some non-cannabis products. True, the Renewing Extract Wellness is a wellness company. And so our goal is and always will be to provide education. So in a wellness perspective, so that people can make decisions for their life, their health, and their families. So we've got some amazing things coming up. And we just want you to go along with this. So here's a coupon code. But guess what? When you are a member, you have a larger discount. So here's a discount code for you to use if you want to check that out. And I think that is it. Those are all of the announcements. So tonight is plant-based medicine. Tonight is plant-based medicine. And like I said, our speaker is running a tad bit late. And our original speaker, I don't know, did I say that already? Our original speaker had a death in her family and just couldn't be here with us tonight. But her backup is actually traveling, and she's trying to get back to the hotel so that she can join us. And she said that she will be here, but she has an amazing, extensive background. They have a wonderful organization where they actually cultivate flower. They cultivate flower, and they really teach people about plant medicine. So, plant medicine is dated back. See, she's messaging me. Plant medicine. She just got back. She just got to the hotel. She says, I'm not camera ready. I said, come on anyway, girl. Come on. Plant medicine dates back to I don't have the date. But what I do have is up to 80% of the population in Africa uses traditional medicine, uses traditional plant medicine as primary health. In Americas, Native Americans use about 2,500 of approximately 20,000 plant species that are native to North America. Can you believe that? 20,000 plant species. In China, some researchers trained in both Western and traditional Chinese medicine have attempted to deconstruct ancient medical texts in the light of modern science and look at so many different drugs. They look at the anti-malarial drug artemisinin from sweet wormwood. I mean, plant medicine has been around for a long time. You might have heard in India, they use, and I know I'm gonna screw this up, Ayurvedic. I took phonics. Ayurvedic medicine. And Ayurvedic medicine has quite complex formulas with more than 30 or more ingredients, all coming from plants, guys, all coming from plants. So when we talk about plant medicine, of course, this week has been all about cannabis, and it has been about how to utilize cannabis for health and wellness and sleep and pain and all of that. And so, but just imagine some of the herbs that we drink in teas. How many of you like natural teas, right? So I love natural teas, but there's certain teas that we can drink that help with hot flashes, that help with sleep, that help with nausea. And so plant-based medicine is definitely something that I think is worth having a conversation around. And then in addition to that, throwing, oh yes, throwing cannabis on top of it. Michelle talked about she uses the leaves and she adds them to her smoothies. Now, I don't know. That would have to probably be a weekend project for me. Anybody up for that? I don't know. But she adds them to her teas, to her smoothies. And I was actually in a clubhouse room where they were talking about making tea from the cannabis leaf. So that's pretty interesting. Dr. Dana, I don't know if you learned about that in your medical education certificate course, but yes, plant medicine. So in Indonesia, oh my God, in Indonesia, they've been using plant medicine for 1,300 years. And when the name Bhangology, people oftentimes ask me, where did you get the name Bhangology from? Well, it's actually pronounced bong, the bang part, which I say bang because I'm Southern and I live in the South, but it's actually pronounced bong. And bong is a drink that is made of the cannabis leaves, stems, and seeds in India. It's like a tea, just like you go to Starbucks and you get your caramel macchiato. You can go to probably a Starbucks in India and order a bong tea. So that's where the name of Bhangology came from. Let's see. So herbalists tend to use extracts from plants such as the roots and leaves, and so there's so many different things out there that we can use. So many different roots and herbs that we can use, and we just have to study them, right? We have to study them and find out what will work well for us. Dr. Dana says, I learned that when I went to acupuncture school, and we have to take a class on herbs. I think if I went back to school, and I don't know if I even have I don't even know if I have the stamina for it now, but if I went back to school, I would definitely go and become an Indian naturopathic doctor, or maybe, I don't know, or an herbalistic doctor. I don't know what the difference is, but I probably have my own is it apothecary in my pantry? In my pantry, because I'm always reading and I'm always looking to look at what I can create here in my home. I think that as we mature, that we want to use things that are less, that don't have so many chemicals and don't have so many, they're not processed. And so that's why we're going to be talking about plant medicine really, really soon. So she's in our hotel. She's made it back to the hotel. She said she wasn't camera ready. I said, girl, come on. We are here. We are ready and we are waiting. So does anyone have any questions about anything? Don't ask me about plant medicine, but you can ask me about some of the herbs and stuff that I use. I found this lovely herb called ashwagandha. And if you're not familiar with it, I'm going to put it in the chat. Our Dr. Michelle Clay makes a lovely tea with it. If you experience flashes, or you want to get a little spicy in the bedroom, teas with ashwagandha are helpful for that. And so there's you can get them in gummy form as well, and they also help with stress. So you can have your CBD gummies, and then you want to spice it up a little bit. Michelle already taught to us about how to spice it up with some cannabis oil in our hoo-ha parts, not in our hoo-ha parts, but around our hoo-ha parts. And then you take a gummy and you take some ashwanda, and I think you're gonna be that's like it's a good day, right? That's gonna make for a good day. And then you get the bang box and you get that bath bomb with 150 milligrams of CBD. You're down for the count. You're like, don't call me, don't come by my house. I am in relaxed mode. Natalie says, I use that in gummy form. Yeah, Natalie, I've got it. And it also has lemon balm. And lemon balm is also another herb, right? So lemon balm is another herb that is used for anxiety. So if you have been experiencing anxiety and you're like, oh, I don't want to be on medication, lemon balm is good for that in addition to Bhangology CBD. So, wow, I can't believe I've been talking for 35 minutes just off the dome. Hey, you know what you do when you got to jump in and you do it, you just do it. So guys, a couple of things I wanted to share with you. I mean, this has just been an amazing week. It's been an amazing week. You guys have made me laugh. I love shouts out to my founding members who've been here every night, supporting this effort, who've been supporting Bangology from conception. Thank you. I couldn't do this without you. I wouldn't want to do it without you. Thank you to our new customers who I think I just saw. Yeah, I see you. Somebody just placed the order. Is that your? No, it's not your membership, but somebody just placed the order. For our new customers, thank you. I wish I had. Well, no, I can't pull it up now. But we've got this elderberry. Oh yes. So we've got. Let me stay focused. I'll come back to you, Alicia. So we've we've got this video on testimonials from our customers. And so if I'd known I was going to have this large amount of time, I would have queued that up to show it to you, but we're going to be putting that out. So make sure that you are following us on social media. If you're watching on via YouTube right now, smack that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching from our Bangology page, like that page. But come on, everybody, and join us in the Bangology Cannabis Society, which is our group where we do a lot of things there. You know, social media and cannabis conversations don't always go well together. And actually, when those of you who become members, I will definitely share some of the challenges and some of the things that I've had to overcome with getting this business up and running for those of you who may be interested. Dr. Dana says they can even be ground into granule powder form. Absolutely. Alicia says, how do you feel about elderberry tea? Love it. And what I actually did, Alicia, was I bought my own elderberries because elderberry, anything from the store is expensive. And so someone sent me a recipe and I made some myself. And so it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple recipe. I found the elderberries at Sprouts, and it's a very interesting flavor. But I took that in addition to, you know, all of my vitamin C and all of my other things that I was taking during COVID, and, you know, to boost our immune system. You know, I think that there are things that we should be doing anyway to keep our immune system at the highest level it can be. Yes, very expensive. And so, and the elderberries are hard to find. So if you find them, grab them up, and make your own. Natalie says plant medicine heals. Take a trip to a farmer's market and Google. Yes. Take a trip to the farmer's market. Google, and we're going to try to put together a document with all the different types of herbs. We'll find one. We'll curate one, right, of all the different herbs, and you can just kind of peruse that document and find out, what is it that I want to use for my ailment. We can treat ourselves from the earth. Earth Day was just a couple of days ago, and we can treat ourselves from the earth. Now, I'm not anti-medication. I do believe that in some situations, you may have to get a prescription, but that shouldn't be your first go-to if you can treat it with something natural, right? Don't stop taking your medicine if you're on medicine based on anything you've heard. I'm not your doctor, and I'm not that type of doctor anyway. So do not stop taking your medication, but at least start doing your research. Start doing your research on if you're wanting to make some changes. So, we stick in the lane of sleep pain and anxiety. Many people struggle with sleep. Some of the things you can do to have better sleep is not sleep with the television on. How many times have you heard that? I'm real big about the conscious and the subconscious. And when you're sleeping with that television on, it's getting into your subconscious. So if you're listening to the news, which I highly recommend you do not, if you're listening to the news in your sleep, you're hearing about all the shootings, the stabbings, the rapes, the drug bust, the crime. I remember one night I went to sleep and just accidentally had the television on, and I woke up because I was like in the middle of like a nightmare. Like I was in the nightmare. It was crazy. And you know how you get up and you go to the bathroom and you're like, "Whew, I'm glad that's over." And then you go back to sleep and doggone picked right up where it left off. I was like, So don't sleep with the television on. Stay hydrated. Get some exercise. All of these things that we've been talking about all week, and we're talking about, hopefully we'll get a chance to talk about tonight. None of them will help you if your body is not at its ultimate level, right? So Dr. Jim, we love Dr. Jim. He's one of our cannabis friends. He talks about in order for the cannabis to work at its best, then give it something to work with, right? Give it something to work with. So maintaining your body, keeping your immune system up. Yes, take Bhangology isolates and or full spectrum. Helps with sleep. Let's see, Archie John. We're ready for you. She says, okay. Come on, girl, come on. So, so sleeping better, exercise, hydrating, not sleeping with the television on, getting a routine, having a routine. Y'all are like kids. I don't want to go to bed too early. Like, what are you missing out on? You're not missing out on anything. Take your butt to bed. Get up at a certain time. It's going to be hard for that first week, but I promise you, if you stick with it, you will you'll fall into that pattern, right? You'll fall into that pattern and you'll find that you're sleeping. You probably won't even need to take anything. But if you do need to take anything, like Dr. Milton said, take some Bhangology gummies and or our Bhangology tinctures as well. They're great for sleep. Just all the I'm a little biased, but our customers and our members, they can tell you about the products and how they work for them, keeping in mind that everybody's going to have different results. I know some people said that they take the CBD, CBG combo or the CBG. I know Dr. Dana's tried the CBG when we had that in stock, and it helped her sleep. CBG is a cannabinoid that is good for pain and inflammation and several other things. And so I love that the distributor now has a CBD CBG combination. So now I don't have to have 2 bottles. I can get them both in one bottle. And it's actually a more cost effective because CBG alone is a little more pricier than CBD. So, and think about it as an investment. Think about it as an investment. It's not like, oh my God, the cost of it. I started ordering my vitamins from Melaleuca. I don't know if you're familiar with Melaleuca. If you want to be familiar with Melaleuca, hit me up. But I'm also a fan of Melaleuca, and I started ordering my vitamins from there as I was preparing to turn 50. And I was like, oh my God, these vitamins are on the pricey end, right? And then I stopped for a minute and I told myself, I was like, wow, the vitamins that come in the packages, there's a morning pack, an AM pack, and a PM pack. And I thought, my grandmother took that many vitamins or more, that many prescriptions or more, right? And so I think I'd rather invest in preventative, in getting those vitamins and minerals that I need, a good source of vitamins and minerals, as opposed to prescriptions. So that's your little tidbit on that. Yes, Dr. Dana says CBG helped me with muscle soreness when I started working out, and the added bonus was better sleep. Absolutely. So if I hear a lot of people talking about they're carrying this COVID weight. Drop it, let it go. Start working out. Do some sit-ups, do some planks, do something, right? Start moving, move your body, and you're gonna be sore. I'm just gonna tell you right now, you're gonna be sore, and you may feel like you can't walk for like a few days, but it's gonna be good, right? It's gonna be good. You just take you some CBD or some other type of plant-based medicine, and you'll be fine. You will be absolutely fine. So how y'all doing? Yeah. How am I doing? Am I keeping y'all here? Y'all ready? Y'all ready for our, let me tell you about our speaker. I don't want to tell you about her too fast and while we're still waiting on her. She is actually in Hawaii right now, right? She's actually in Hawaii. And when Dr. LaKisha, her team actually made the decision, because Dr. LaKisha did not cancel, but because she is going through the grief process. I would not have faulted her if she did cancel, because I can't even imagine what she's going through right now. But her team decided to find an alternative. And so this person is just as knowledgeable as Dr. LaKisha, but she is in Hawaii on vacation. And she said that I'll do it. She's like, I'll do it. It's a commitment that Dr. LaKisha made. And they want to come in and support her. And so I don't know what the time difference is. It's 10 hour time difference back the other way. So it's afternoon in Hawaii. And so she had gone out. She'd gone out and was just really having a hard time getting back to where they are staying. She said it's taking, we've been texting back and forth since about 5:30 that they've been trying to get back to their hotel. And that it had taken an hour and a half to get an Uber. So right when we were starting tonight's session, she said, I'm finally in the Uber. And I'm like, okay. So she's coming. I cannot wait to introduce you to her. I know, right? Call Carmelina. Right. And so the things that we do to support each other in this industry, as women of color, is just amazing. So I am appreciative of whatever time she can give us. I know I told her, I said, come on. She says, I'm not camera ready. I'm like, come on, you don't have to be. She's probably trying to get camera ready. And I was like, girl, come on, we here. We're we're ready. We don't have that much longer, right? So So yes, she's important. You talking about me, Dr. Milton? Thank you, Dr. Moore. Wow, I don't know what else to tell you guys about plant med. Oh, wait, wait. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because you know why I do? Because last night Dr. Milton told me, she said, have you some stuff anyway. And I did. I did. So so listen, check this out. Indigenous healers often claim to have learned by observing sick animals, right? I thought this was so interesting. Indigenous healers learned by observing sick animals, and they changed their food preferences. So can you imagine if, you're seeing animals that, you eat on a regular basis, and you're seeing them sick, and that would probably help me change my mindset. As a matter of fact, I'm 2 years plant-based. I still eat fish and seafood. And I did it because I wanted to live my best life. And I actually started it as a fast. And right after, I had a blood pressure spike. And I was probably 9 months away from turning 50. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this. And I wanted to see how long I could stick with it. And people were like, how long are you going to do this? And I'm like, until, and here we are. March was 2 years plant-based. And occasionally I will eat some. I had some lamb. I had some goat for whatever this last Easter. But my body cannot. It's like, okay, you can have a little bit, but that's it. I did a food analysis and found out that I have a high intolerance to chicken. And I don't want to believe it, because I was ready to start adding chicken back into my diet. And I guess after not having chicken for about 9 months, and I got my food intolerance report back, and to see that on there, I'm like, I've been eating chicken all my life. You've got to be kidding. And I didn't believe it, right? And so I thought, I don't believe it. I'm gonna eat a little bit here and a little bit there. So I remember eating some when I was in Miami. I had my first chicken in Miami. I went to this place. Pat, what's that chicken place called? I went and I had 3 chicken wings. I even ate the tip. That was my first chicken in, at this point, 10 months, right? I was like, I just want 3 wings. I ate all of it. I even ate the tip part, and I never eat the tip part. And they were like, well, would you like some more? I'm like, no. I'll be back, because my people were coming for my birthday, and I knew we were going to go back. And I went back and had some more chicken. And I remember feeling kind of, if you've got allergies, kind of that stuffy feeling. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to eat anymore. And so then I traveled to Asia, came back. Crunchy chicken. That's right. If you've ever been to Miami and you've been to the crunchy chicken, OMG. And so came back and was dealing with the stuff with my house, and would have some chicken. Nothing happened. Would have some more chicken, and my joints start feeling like they were going to give up on me. And then had some more chicken, and it got so bad that it created like this gout reaction. And I think the last time I had chicken was last summer, and the reaction that I had from eating it, I don't want to experience it ever again. And so when I read this about the indigenous people learned from, okay, she said she's grabbing her laptop. so at least she'll be here for the last 30 minutes, right? So the indigenous people learned from sick animals about not, eating animals. That was interesting. Their preference was to nibble at bitter herbs they would normally reject. So I found that to be very interesting. That's that's all I got. So have some questions. When she jumps on, she says she's loading up her laptop. So let's see. I know there's something else in here I want to share with you. Anyway, herbal medicine is the study of pharmacognosy, right? And the use of medicinal plants, which are basis of traditional medicine. So that's a little terminology for you. And, they love to say there's limited research around plant-based medicine, plant-based this. But when you really look at it, people have been using plant-based medicine for centuries, right? I don't think they were running studies. Oh, let's run some studies to see if this, works. It worked for them. And so if you feel like, I don't know, there's limited scientific evidence about the efficacy of the, herbal medicine, don't let that, she's here. Don't let that stop you, because people have been using herbal medicine, plant-based medicine forever. So let's take a reset. If we were in Clubhouse, I say, I'm going to reset the room. Is that what we say? Reset the room, refresh the room. Don't pull down on your screen. But our speaker is here. Yay! So let me introduce you to our speaker, who has taken a few minutes out of her vacation to spend some time with us tonight to talk about plant-based medicine. Our speaker tonight is Catrice Saunders. She is founder and president of High Class Alchemy. She's also the executive director of the Genesis Cooperative, which is a global cannabis and hemp advocate. She is a global cannabis and hemp advocate, strategist, and educator on behalf of medical patients through her writing, public speaking, and legislative policy creation. She was worth the wait, guys. She was worth the wait. Additionally, since 2008, she's been a medical cannabis patient and a cannabis patient advocate. Additionally, she managed grand openings of multiple dispensaries. Plus, she's very proficient in cultivation, production, branding, marketing, and employee training. So I know several of you have asked about, learning more about getting into this industry from the growing and all that perspective. So if we have some time, she can talk about that a little bit. She lends her global advocacy experience to implement new policies and programs in the emerging cannabis market. Guys, let's give our speaker, Catrice Saunders, a warm welcome. Hi, Catrice.
Hi, how are you guys doing today? I don't know if you can see me. It's a little bit dark.
There she is.
How's everybody doing today? Good. Just taking a moment.
I can't hear you.
Let's see.
Oh, wait. I might not be able to hear you because
it says my audio is working.
I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. Making sure it wasn't on my end.
No.
Technology sometimes.
I know, right? It can be a booger. So welcome to the Bhangology Cannabis Awareness Summit. And thank you for taking some time out of your vacation time.
You're welcome. I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for the nice introduction. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. So we've just been, just having some some basic conversations about, plant-based plant medicine, but we would love to hear from you because I was just pulling up something that I found online. But can you tell us what is plant-based medicine and why should we consider it?
Yeah, definitely. Plant-based medicine, I got into probably when I was in 25. I got into it by happenstance by organic skincare with a company named Arbonne, which all their products were modeled after pure, safe, and beneficial. And they only use ingredients that you can pronounce, no additives or dyes. And most of their makeup is made out of plant-based, like minerals and things of that nature. So it's not going to be toxic to your body when you're intaking it. And then I also use nutraceuticals, which are also plant-based medicines, which I use a nutraceutical called super lutein, which are plant carotenoids. And plant carotenoids are the plant colors and pigments on the plants that give the plants its nutrients that most of the time we're missing from most of our foods because the soil's depleted of minerals and they make foods just mass production. So that's a little bit how I got into nutraceuticals and plant-based medicine. And then I integrated cannabis a little bit to combine those two. They work amazing. Um, Definitely cannabidiol. You have other cannabinoids as well as CBN, CBG. All those are also in the plant family too. So depending on what your body needs, it will mostly tell you if you just listen to it. Um, for a lot of years, I was on opioids, and plant-based medicine helped me get off opioids. I started using not only cannabis, but other plant-based medicines. I also use black cohosh, other herbs that are really good, ashwagandha root.
We were just talking about ashwagandha root.
Yes, those are one of my favorites. That really helps balance out your hormones, gives you a little bit of natural energy. I find it to take better than that than a Red Bull.
Yes, yes, yes. So, the whole purpose of the summit this week has been, to really provide education on cannabis awareness. And I just, you can't talk about cannabis awareness without talking about plant-based medicine and the impact of cannabis as a plant-based medicine. Pretty much all of our speakers who've come through this week have talked about how they have had great improvements around their health issues. So can you share a little bit about your story around, how you made the transition from opioids and what was that like for you and how is it for you now?
Yeah, definitely. I made the transition from opioids to cannabis probably in 2014 when I had my final straw with the doctors of just like my heart was hurting being on morphine and I didn't feel like it was going to be sustainable. I'd lost tons of friends to opioid overdoses. So I'm a mother of 4 and I didn't want to lose my life from just pills. So that's what led me really on the journey to plant-based medicine. And I found a store called Herbally Grounded, where you could buy different herbs by like the ounces. And that really taught me a lot about different plant-based medicines and how you could use that to make tinctures and capsules and different kinds of salves and topicals. Like I really make a lot of my own stuff for like my mom's friends and family. I'm wanting to launch my own brand here shortly, but my mom's friend had broken her leg and she had used my CBD solve. And so when she broke her leg, she was like, please call Patrice. She's the only one that can help me. So I had recommended to get her an RSO sativa for the daytime so she would still be able to function. And then I got her a indica RSO 1-to-1 for nighttime so she would be able to have some sleep and like be able to actually sleep through the night. And then I think I had recommended like a tincture that had added natural terpenes in it that help alleviate some of those symptoms with pain and inflammation as well. I know limonene is also good for that. Isopugelol is a really good terpene. I'm more about definitely the terpenes and the synergy that that provides when you're using plant-based medicine. A lot of people don't even know that they have an endocannabinoid system most of the time,
Right.
and that the cannabinoids are kind of like a puzzle piece that work together synergistically with your endocannabinoid system to keep your body in a homeostasis.
So, Katri, can you talk a little bit about the terpenes? One of our speakers, we talked a little bit about terpenes earlier this week. Terpenes matter. I just heard you say you really focus on the terpenes in plant-based medicine. So, can you one, define terpenes for people who may not know what they are, and then why why do you focus on the terpenes, and what can lay people look for when it comes to terpenes?
Yeah, I've also found, like, when using cannabis, because I've worked at a few different places that, and I've used cannabis since I was a teenager. And a lot of the times that when you're feeling the feelings of like euphoric or calmness, those are the terpenes that are giving those effects. Sometimes when you're feeling really couch locked, that's going to be more of a myrcene, more of a linalool, because those are more sedative terpenes rather than limonene. Those are going to be more uplifting, and pinene, those are going to be a more uplifting terpenes. So when you're looking at different kinds of flowers and terpene profiles, those are some of the terpenes that you're going to want to look for if you're wanting to kind of deal with certain symptoms that you may have from whatever ailments. Because I know a lot of times when I have severe migraines, a nice linalool and myrcene blend with like a touch of pinene and maybe a little B-caryophyllene is nice for me. Now I have a friend, she's totally allergic to linalool, and that makes her have allergic reaction. So like knowing your terpenes, and sometimes a lot of other foods have terpenes in it as well. So like I know I like to have a nice mango with my myrcene because it enhances the high, and it's just a really nice relaxing feeling, and it's a really good alternative to say an Ambien perhaps.
Absolutely, absolutely. So those of you who are members or founding members, there is actually a terpene um, workbook in our back end. So
Oh,
as she's
nice.
talking about some of these terpenes, you may want to log in if you haven't logged in a long time. And so for some of you guys who are not members yet, you should probably have that email in your inbox now. You'll have it available to you as well. So Katri, that's really good to so Call Carmelita says, wait, are terpenes the same thing in lavender? So it's the smell, it's the
Well,
scent.
no, linalool, that is the same terpene that is found in lavender as well.
Okay. Okay. Say pronounce it again.
Linalool.
Linalool. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So wow, so many questions, so many questions. So where would someone start if they wanted to really explore plant-based medicine? Like, what are three things that you would recommend that they do to get started in plant-based medicine?
I believe there is American Botanical Society that has a really good resource of a lot of plant-based medicines and different herbs. I find that that's a really good resource to use. If you're looking for cannabis-based terpenes, I know Leafly is a good resource. There's also, let's see, there's so many of them that they came out with. I know there was hold on, tetragram. This is owned by a Black man, and it's a calculator. Hold on, let me pull it up so I don't want to misgive you what it is, but it's an amazing resource that I just found recently. I'm having a little bit of lagging with the internet here.
Okay.
My phone can pull it up.
Well, I have it written down, tetragram.
Yeah, tetragram.
Okay. So we'll look
That's
into.
an amazing resource.
We will look into
And then
that.
definitely, I also always recommend looking at the research of Dr. Ethan Russo and Dr. Raphael Mechoulam. Those are
Okay.
amazing resources. Dr. Raphael Mechoulam is actually the doctor and scientist who discovered the THC molecule.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so any research that he has is just amazing and really enlightening.
Okay. All right. So I heard you say that um you make things.
Yes.
You're an alchemist. You make things. And so our network of people, our target audience are women 40 and over. So
Mhm.
what would you recommend plant-based for women who may be experiencing hot flashes?
Hot flashes. I've found recently that I am in love with black cohosh and ashwagandha root, as I stated earlier. Those really help with my hot flashes. And I also recommend hydrogen water and nutraceuticals.
Mm.
And also, if you're like, because I know you guys are in Atlanta, right?
Well,
So I
we're all over. I'm in
all
Atlanta,
over. Okay.
but people are watching from all
All
over.
over. Because I know that they have a lot of new shops like CBD dispensaries. I've been finding that I just started using CBG flower, and that
Yes.
has been amazing. I find that it provides a lot of clarity and focus, and not really so much of like the head high, just a really kind of cool even. It reminds me of almost similar to CBD, but I feel like it's hitting another cannabinoid receptor in your CB1 or CB2.
Right, right. We have a CBD CBG combo.
Oh,
That we
nice.
yes, and so I was sharing with them that I love the combination because I was using both. I take the
Mhm.
CBD and then I take a dropper of the CBG as well. And so now I have, I get more bang for my buck.
Right.
And I'm focused. I don't have to worry, especially for the pain. I have pain in my foot. I have
Mhm.
sciatica. And so working out, I don't have to worry about the unnecessary pain.
Right. Definitely.
Yes, yes. So anything else I know we're going to be wrapping up, and I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, glad to
um
be here.
yes. you know what would you share with us if you were what would you share with us, or what takeaways should we take away about plant medicine? Why should we explore plant medicine more?
Because your body requires plant nutrients, and the minerals that come from the earth are essential to keep your body in homeostasis. The more that we begin to move away from the stigma of just wanting to get high, and more that we need to nourish our endocannabinoid system with this plant based medicine that God put here for us, then we'll be able to move a lot further, like in the industry. Because when you nourish your body and you're giving it all the plant based medicine and nutrients, you're going to have a much better quality of life mentally, physically, emotionally. You're just in a better mood when you're giving your body the things that it actually needs to sustain a homeostasis. I know I've been using alkaline water probably for over 12 years now. I've had a Kangen machine where you can actually change the pH levels on the water for and use it for different things. Not
Mm.
only is it used for drinking, it's also used for sanitizing, it's used for weight loss, used for inflammation, degreasing, laundry. Just like it's an amazing resource that I've had for a while. That's also what helped me get off the opioids, was definitely using the alkaline water, the hydrogen water. I also do like colloidal silver for like antibacterial. I've managed to stay really healthy during COVID.
Wow.
Um, yeah, there's a lot of things. I use lyocin. Um, I'm not at home right now. I wish I was at home so I could go into like my little herb cabinet.
I
That's
know
also
we're gonna have to bring you back because I want to see your cabinet. I've heard you talk about your cabinet, so I want to see your herb cabinet. So, Alicia says made a huge difference with my autoimmune. Oh, she loves alkaline water. It made a huge difference with her autoimmune. I heard something recently
Mhm.
that alkaline does alkaline water have more sodium in it, and do people need to be aware of that, or does it depend on the
It's
brands of
probably
alkaline?
the brands. Like I had an actual device that hooked up to like my faucet, and then
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'll go to the store and get it at different places if I know what vendors it is. But
Mm-hmm.
definitely, and then the one that I get for that comes from Japan. It comes directly from Japan, and that's an actual hydrogen water, and that one doesn't have any sodium in it, I don't believe.
Okay. Okay. We got a question. Guys,
Yeah.
if you have any questions, now's the time to put them in the chat quickly. Call Carmelita says, I guess I'm wondering, is there some type of bridge that
Mhm.
should exist between those who are Team Moringa or CMOS or all the other things with the cannabis community? So many things. Phew. Call Carmelita. I have been, I know Nat Milton and we are fans of Moringa. I have not tried the sea moss yet. So Katri,
I've
can
used CMOS before. I like the minerals in CMOS. I also have been taking atomic ormus, which is gold. That's probably my most new favorite thing that I've found over the past year would have to be atomic ormus. And I also found an atomic ormus that had CBD in it. So that was a nice combo.
atomic ormus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
It's an old alchemic process, but it's like a white substance, like in a tincture, and I think they also make it in a powder, but it has gold in it.
Wow. Katri, you're definitely gonna have to come back and take us on a tour of your closet. And I mean,
Definitely.
would you do that for us? Would you come back and just kind of show us some of the things that you have and how you
Yeah,
use them?
definitely. Mm-hmm. Once
We
I'm in the process of moving here shortly, but when I get set up at my new place, I will definitely give a little tour of all my herbs, or maybe I'll just go to Herbally Grounded one day and go on a little tour of like all the herbs they have in the store and what they're good for.
Yeah, I think that would be absolutely great. Alicia asks, is there a herb you feel is the best for autoimmune because things change so much? I love adding other good herbs with my cannabis.
Yes, definitely. Like I have fibromyalgia as well, so that's where really how I found the other herbs that I use. Um,
Mm,
I know that the super lutein that I've been taking that really helps with my fibromyalgia. Also, what else have I been using recently? Can't even recall of the name besides the atomic ormus. Those are my two that I've been using. I've been using the CBG, atomic ormus, and the nutraceuticals all combined
hmm
on top of like and I do take RSO daily.
And so
And I
RSO is the
recommend
Rick Simpson oil, which is
mhm.
really the really is a full spectrum.
Right. I recommend that for any autoimmune disease because that really helps alleviate my pain anywhere from 6 to 8 hours to where I can
Mm,
actually function. And I used to be on Oxycontin and morphine. So for me to have pain relief for that extended time to where I can actually function and be coherent and not crying because I'm in pain, because it was really bad. Like I have ruptured disc in my L4, L5, in my neck, C3, 4, and 5. I have spondylosis. I have fibromyalgia. I have horrible migraines. I've been in multiple car accidents. I slipped and fell when I was a teenager. So I've dealt with pain since I was 16 years old.
you know
So
pain.
I know pain. So like you finding your right cannabinoids and right terpene profile, and then just kind of pairing the two, or if you need four things, and that's fine because it's
Hmm.
you. Just be careful with your like interactions. Like I'm not a doctor. These are just things that I know that work for me personally because I've been in a lot of pain over the years. So I definitely recommend RSO and any other cannabinoids that you can get your hand on because you're not going to overdose from CBN or CBG or any of those other cannabinoids, and you can use
Right.
them in such small milligrams to where you can test it out. Try 5 milligrams and see how your body does, and then move up to 10. And I also definitely recommend edibles if you're in some type of like pain because that's a long-term pain relief too. And it doesn't always have to be cakes and cookies and chocolates. You can get some oil and put it on salad or put it on your
Hmm.
granola so that you're still being healthy.
Yeah, you can cook with it. And like you
Mhm.
said, it doesn't have to be the desserts, but yeah, you can
Right.
I love to saute my vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
in the tinctures. So Call Carmelita says, wow, this is so on time. I have a friend who is dealing with ruptured disc, sharing this again right now. Nat Milton says, which brand of atomic ormus do you use?
Let me pull it up. Let me go into my little Amazon cart.
Okay, so you do get that on Amazon.
I do get it on Amazon. I had actually found it. One of my metaphysical teachers had mentioned it on somewhere, and I just did a Google search for it and happened to really like it, and it really helps.
Because I told my story about, with CBD, you have to be very careful of where you get it from. And before I got into the industry, I got some bad CBD. And so when it comes to herbs,
Mm-hmm.
are there are herbs a little safer to, if you can find them on Amazon, is it a little safer to get them
If you
there?
already have taken them before, then yes. If not, I would go to like your local like herb shop. Like we have
Yeah.
Herbally Grounded, and then there was another one I think in North Carolina called Kinetic Sciences. But they
Mm.
already have them there, like pre-packaged, so you can speak to somebody and like kind of ask questions. But I wouldn't recommend just going all willy-nilly, kind
Okay.
of like I did. But I'm all pretty much self-taught because I had to get off opioids. So being a patient and a patient advocate at multiple dispensaries, it allowed me to educate myself as I was educating others, which I'm so thankful for. But the name of this atomic ormus I use is by Suspended Solutions.
Suspended Solutions, Nat.
Mm-hmm.
Suspended Solutions. Okay.
Monotop Gold Ormus. Memory aid, energetically enhanced, rejuvenating increased energy, stamina, and vitality. But this is probably one of the best things that I have found recently. Just amazing, works good with your RSO and other cannabinoids, and haven't had any bad interactions.
What would you tell someone who is they're struggling with pain, they're struggling with the the stigma of cannabis,
Mhm.
they are struggling with the side effects of prescription drugs? What would you tell them? Um, what would you tell them?
That it's not about getting high, it's about healing. And plant medicine is really going to put your body back into homeostasis. And just give it time. I know sometimes people take CBD and they're like, oh, it doesn't work, but your body needs to get used to it and you need to take it over time.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to try different cannabinoids. And I always suggest actually pulling up a chart of your endocannabinoid system so that you know, hey, I have CB1 and 2 receptors that run down my peripheral nervous system, and you also have a lot of endocannabinoid receptors in your reproductive area, and a lot of women don't know
Right.
that. And
Right.
sometimes they're using bad feminine hygiene products with chemicals and stuff, and that interacts really bad with your endocannabinoid system. And I think the more education we do to people to lessen the stigma, to know it's not about getting high, it's about healing. And if you don't always have to smoke it, you can do topicals and tinctures. There's other methods of ingestion so that you feel comfortable and not feel like you're doing something wrong, because it's an actual plant that God put here for us to help.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think if there's a theme that has run through this week, it has actually been that. It is a plant. It is, we're talking about hope, not dope, not getting high. I always say, if that's your thing, that's your business. But we in Bangology, we want to give people solutions and things that they can really explore in a community, so they're not doing it alone, and so we can learn together and grow together and heal together, and live longer, extend our lives together. So very good. Thank you so much for being here. The last questions, going once, going twice. Yes, that is definitely another t-shirt.
Definitely. I always say, let my people go from prison and let my people grow, because those are so important. Like, there's still over 40,000 people incarcerated for cannabis. a lot of
Yes.
like my background and my passion. I do a lot of prison advocacy work with Last Prisoners Project. It's important that we don't forget about them. I've been talking to two gentlemen. One has been in prison since 2010. The other one is on year 23 for small amounts of cannabis possession. So we're
Wow.
fighting for their clemency right now, because it's so important that we don't forget them while there's $1 billion industry being made, that, you know, we're out here advocating for their freedom, and, you know, for just as much as their right to grow and have their body be in homeostasis too. So thank you guys for letting me speak today. I'm glad that I got to share with some useful information for you guys.
Yes, thank you so much. Send us some information. We're going to definitely bring you back. We want that tour. Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you.
And I'll
I'll
see.
give you guys a little view of the ocean right there.
Oh, just make us jealous, why don't you? It's a what time is it there, Katri?
It is 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. So you've got the rest of the day.
Yes, about to go to the beach. My friend already left me.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. So, guys, did you enjoy tonight? Did you enjoy Katri? She was amazing. Those are the types of conversations that we're going to be having in the membership this year. I'm so excited. We've already started locking people in on different sessions, and where you'll actually be able to, like, maybe not reach out and touch them, but it won't be on social media. And so, we'll be in a confined Zoom room where, we'll have more time to spend and answer questions and learn and grow and develop together. Carmelita, I agree. She was worth the wait. And when Dr. LaKisha is in a better place and she kind of works through her grieving process, we will definitely invite her back as well. So, guys, let me tell you, tomorrow, I need you to be here. I need you to be ready. Tomorrow, we're going to wrap up the last day of the summit. We're going to wrap it up with Christians and cannabis. So call your people, call your Bible study people, call your church people, call them all, tell them they need to log in for this discussion. It's going to be amazing. We had to make some adjustments. Whenever you are planning an event, you just got to be ready to adjust, right? And so we've had to make some adjustments along the way, but I think it's been good. In my early days, I would have been freaked out, lying on the floor, like, oh my God. But now you just, as you get older, you pop a CBD gummy and you just roll with it. So, so tomorrow, let's see, coming up, I'm getting my church fan from, yes, honey, get it. So, we're going to be talking about cannabis and Christianity. We're going to start out with a really, really, a clip of an interview that was done, and then we're going to bring some people of faith on to talk about it. So I'm not sure where everybody is, whether they're for or against, but it's going to be some amazing conversation. We're going to call your name. Whose name am I going to call tomorrow for these prizes? So am I calling your name, Alicia? Am I calling your name, Alexis? Am I calling your name, call Carmelita? If you had, this is last call. I think we're like coming down to the final hours now for the sweepstakes. So if you have not officially registered, you've just been kind of jumping in, hanging out with us during the week, hey, that's fine too. But let me tell you what you won't get if you're not registered. You won't get to enter the sweepstakes. You won't get the contact information and some of the special treats and deals that our speakers have provided. You won't get the information about about membership, but we will make that available to you. So go ahead, register, get on the list. We'll get you set up. Remember, if you are, when you become a member this weekend, so that's like the rest of the night and tomorrow, then you, as a bonus, you will be entered into, you'll be registered for Dr. Chef Alexis course that starts on Monday. So, guys, this has been exciting. But you're a boss. Oh, thank you, Alexis. Girl. Yes, thank you. Say my name. All right, Dr. Dana. So, am I gonna say your name? We're gonna see. So, guys, have an amazing night. I think this is the first night that we actually went all the way to 8:30. So have an amazing night. We'll see you tomorrow. Say a prayer for Dr. LaKisha and her family. And until next time.